So I'll just take you through all the steps which we went through. However, before I start, I'd like to define what maintenance is. So maintenance is all the sort of activities required to make sure that our assets and equipment and systems that are therein continue to perform as they were designed to perform. Now, the Shell Group has developed a system called the work preparation, scheduling and execution process, which is supposed to help make sure that maintenance is done to a top performance level that will make sure that we get the right value to the assets. Now, this maintenance end-to-end process was focusing on the work preparation and scheduling process to try and identify what exactly it is that we do. So these are the various stages which we looked at. We looked at the defining stage, which tells you about the kind of activities that have been carried out to make sure that when maintenance is eventually done, it is done seamlessly, safely, and with value to the assets. We then moved on to the identify and prioritize phase. At this phase, you try and identify what the faults are and what you need to fix, and you prioritize it so you don't keep chasing shadows all over the place. After you've identified the faults, you now need to go to the work preparation stage. This is a very critical stage where you have to now identify what resources you need, what materials you need, how much time you have, and what kind of isolations you need. Going on from there, you move to the schedule phase where you try to plan these jobs in a very systematic schedule in such a way that no job can contrast with the other one. Then you now move to the main work itself, which is the execute phase, where you now implement all these plans which you've developed so far. And then the final stage is the second to last stage is the closeout stage, where you now report all the activities you've done, and you now close it out properly in your CMS system, which is SAP. And then finally, with everything you do, you have to analyze what you've done, and then you have to also try and improve on it. And this is an entire loop that fits back into the defined phase. So you see that there are so many stickies on this chart. This is what we've been up to for the past 2 days now. I'll just try to explain what each column means so that you just follow when my colleagues come up to explain into details what we've been able to accomplish. So the yellow stickies you see identify what the current state is of our maintenance, how we do it now. And good enough, we have guys from the field who are the ones that are actually doing this. So we'll be sure that whatever information you get here is how it is done. The next sticky is the pink, small pink stickies. These ones are the pain points, which you guys have identified as the issue areas they have with respect to what you think they are doing. And then the next sticky here is the square orange one. These ones are the things we think are missing from what we think, what we are currently doing. Yeah? Then the next one, which is the green square one, these are the things that management or the asset is doing to try and mitigate these pain points. Yeah? Then you have the rectangular ones just under. This one's explain a bit into our reasoning behind whether we are confident that these actions are helping to address these pain points or not. You see that some of these green ones have arrows pointing up. Up is in terms of which means yes, we like what is being done, it should continue. While the arrow pointing down is the thumbs down, which shows that we don't think we're getting value from some of these processes that are being implemented. And then finally, we've also come up with some suggestions based on our experience that we think management could also take up to try and improve the process further. I must state that this is not an exhaustive list. Management will definitely have more input into making sure that we have a better maintenance process. So to start off, I'll just take you through one of them, which is the design, just to take you through a flow of what my colleagues will be doing over the rest of the session. Now, we identified that one thing we do, or one thing we've done in the past, is build asset inventory. That's on the yellow sticky. Now, what's the pain point about this particular process? We've identified a couple of them. I'll just mention one. Incomplete asset register. That's a pain point which is still biting us now. And now, what is something we think is missing from that, from this process? I think that we don't have a good coverage of equipment that are not process related. Equipment such as our utilities, our sewage systems. And then, what do we think the asset is doing to try to mitigate this particular pain point? We think they are carrying out asset register reviews and trying to update the asset register. However, we decided to give this a thumb down because we think the work is not moving quick enough and is not yet delivering the value which we think it should deliver. And then we also try to identify some improvements which could be made to try and improve this process. I also like to tell you that we have more than 200 opportunities out here, so you might not be able to get each of the guys to tell you into detail what people are doing. So at this point, I'd like to call on Joe. Come and take it from the remaining parts. Joe.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Joseph. I'm a student for license on the Bonga FSO. I'll be zooming on a little bit more into the identify and prioritize and prepare work steps. When I can identify and prioritize, typically this is where the process really starts for us offshore, because that's where we identify the faults. Now, if you don't identify faults, nothing will get done. So it's critical that faults are being identified. So one of the pain points we find out here is that some faults go unnoticed, probably because of the competence of the operators. Because you need a competent person, someone that understands the process, be able to identify when things are going on. So if you don't pick the fault on time, they will get unreported. So that's one of the